Okay, so the Thomas family here are on their journey, and the journey, if you can see, is sort of split up into three sort of phases, okay? And the idea is then we need to see then what this is as a collective to work up the total distance of that journey. So in the first bullet point, look here, that it gives us information about the speed and the time of the journey. Now, so the speed, they travel an average of 70 miles an hour for the first 1 hour and 30 minutes. Now what I'd focus on here is the speed here, because when we see mph, miles per hour, that literally tells us how many miles it can travel in 1 hour. So instead of writing mph, I could say 70 miles in 1 hour. That's what that literally means. We can travel 70 miles in 1 hour. But they travel at this speed for not just an hour, for an hour and 30 minutes. So if I take this information here of the speed, I can work out the actual distance they travel in 1 hour and 30 minutes. Okay, and looking at what we've got here, 70 miles in 1 hour, all I need now is to work out, well, what will they do in that half an hour then? The half an hour that sort of remains. Well, if you sort of look at this logically, if they can do 70 miles in 1 hour, in half an hour, it's going to be half the distance, isn't it? Okay, because it's half the time. So half of 70, if you halve that, you get 35. So in terms of distance travelled in 1 hour and 30 minutes, you just got to add this time here, yeah? That will give you 1 hour and a half if you add this. And then we just simply add the distances here, okay, to get the total miles. So we've got 5 there, and 7 and 3 is 10. So it'll be 105 miles in 1.5 hours. So there's the first distance for the first phase of the journey. So we could do the same sort of thing then for the second phase of the journey. Now, they go a lot slower there, don't they? 30 miles per hour. So I can write 30 miles in 1 hour. That's what 30 miles per hour means. Travel 30 miles in 1 hour. But notice here then, they go at this speed for 1 hour and 20 minutes. Okay? So we need to be sort of clever then in how we use this information here to get to a total of 1 hour and 20 minutes. It's not going to help this time if I halve it, if I work out what half an hour is. That's not going to help because I don't want hour and a half. But what I can do is work out what it will be for the extra 20 minutes. So if you think about it, 20 minutes, okay, well, there's a certain amount of 20 minutes in an hour, yeah? In fact, there are 3 lots of 20 minutes in 1 hour. So if I split the hour by 3, okay, I get 20 minutes, don't I? And it's the same then with that distance. Share it by 3, they travel 10 miles, okay? So if they do 30 miles in 1 hour, in 20 minutes, they do 10 miles. So again, to get 1 hour and 20 minutes, I just got to add these, so I get 40 miles. So that's the distance there that they travel in 1 hour and 20 minutes. Lastly then, 20 miles per hour for the last phase, 45 minutes, okay? Now, again, 20 miles per hour, think about what that means. They can travel 20 miles in 1 hour, okay? Well, I don't want 1 hour, I want 45 minutes, so it's not quite as much, yeah? So you've got to think that, how can I work out 45 minutes from this here? Well, previously we divided by 3, didn't we? If we divide by 4, think about what we get. Divide an hour by 4. Well, 60 minutes in an hour, if you divide it by 4, you get 15 minutes, won't you? Okay? That's what dividing an hour by 4 becomes, is quarter of an hour, isn't it? So then you need to divide the distance by 4, and you get 5 miles. So it can do 5 miles in 15 minutes. Of course then 45 minutes, think about it, we can build it up, can't we? That's just 3/4 of an hour, isn't it? 45 minutes. So you're timesing that time by 3, you times the distance by 3, and you get 15 miles. Okay, so that's my final distance covered there. So all I've got to do then to get the total distance is add 105, 40 and 15, add them together, and I'll get 160 miles, my total distance.